You're Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Fear Streets Part 2, 1978, man, and I've been waiting for this movie. This has been my most anticipated movie of the summer thus far, and it happens to be a horror movie, and man, I thought not 94 was a really good start to this whole entire trilogy. I even said I think 78 will be the best one overall, or the best received one overall. I still think 1666 will be the one that's more serious in tone, and man, I cannot wait to see that, because the way part 2 ends and it goes into part 3, that's another thing I was looking forward to. I'll get into that towards the end of the review, my thoughts on part 3 and everything like that, but this is essentially giving you the backstory of the survivor of the Nightwing, Camp Nightwing massacre. And boy, was it a massacre. And I really like how they pay homage to Friday the 13th. And this is definitely like one of the best non-official Friday the 13th kind of ripoffs, or if you want to call it that, or just paying homage, either or. But I think they did it in really a tasteful way, and we got a lot of familiar faces. You've definitely probably seen a lot of these actresses and stuff from like Stranger Things. You even see Jeanette here from Cruel Summer, and man, if you hated Jeanette in this, you're definitely going to hate her character in this. This has a lot of twists and turns. I like how it picks up right where the part 1 left off, where they're going to her house, and Dina does some wild ass shit, and she's completely out of pocket. She needs to relax. She pulls up to this chick's house and pretty much tells her like, yo, you need to help me figure this whole situation out, because Sam is still possessed by something. It happens to be the witch. I don't know. But it's crazy how, I will say, it's weird that the demon or whatever's possessing Sam is not able to break out of, her restraints and stuff. I don't know. That's a little nitpick for me. But as she's tied up in the back room, Ziggy sits down Dina and Josh to pretty much break down exactly what happened that night and what could possibly be the key to pretty much stopping all this from happening, breaking the curse. But before I get into all that, this older version of Ziggy is really interesting to me, because she has this obsession with clocks, and she has things set for specific times. Maybe that's just something that broke in her, and I'm not going to spoil the ending for people that haven't seen this, but man, I can understand why she doesn't want anything to do with this whole scenario, but she kind of got dragged back into this. It's going to be interesting to see how her character plays a part into part 3. Is she going to survive? Because the first thing she mentions before she starts explaining the story is her sister died. And you're probably wondering yourself, like, all right, then what's the point in watching all this if we know kind of the outcome? There are certain things you don't know, like, how does the whole Nightwing killer become a thing? And they explain that, and I really like how they tease it throughout the whole entire film, and how they tie a lot of what we got introduced to in the first part, like with Ruby Lane and stuff like that. That plays a part into this and shows up again. I just really enjoy how they kind of expand the lore and the symbolisms behind Shadyside and stuff like that. And we're obviously going to get more of that in part 3, because I thought in this part they'll kind of explain why is there a rift between Sunnyvale and Shadyside. And Shadyside has a lot of dark past, a dark history that is now starting to get unraveled as we go back in time. I really am liking how that's all coming together so far. Now, the cast, I really think is really strong. I think that's another positive of this that a lot of people are going to enjoy compared to 94, because I could see a lot of people not liking every character that we get introduced to right off the jump, but we get introduced to a lot more characters like Ziggy and her sister Sydney. She's kind of like, you know, the goody two shoes. Tries to be pretty much straight edge, but this is why Ziggy doesn't really vibe with her sister anymore. They used to be close, but certain things happen in their personal life that kind of made them drift apart. Ziggy doesn't like that Sydney is like kind of acting this way, trying to act like she's from Sunnyvale when she's from Shadyside. And I really like that. They treat Ziggy really bad in this. You know, I mentioned the chick that played Jeanette in Cruel Summers in this, and she's kind of pretty much the bully to her character. And man, I don't even know what happened to her character, to be honest. I don't know if she died or I don't know what happened. I gotta rewatch that. I'm definitely gonna be rewatching this whole entire movie because, you know, watching this on a screener is cool, but you don't get the full effect like the HDR. And, you know, these movies look really dope in HDR, especially I can't wait to see the colors really pop, and just the cinematography and everything just really pop when you watch it on Netflix, streaming and stuff, whatnot, with the whole surround sound and everything, the whole jazz. Overall, this was everything I expected it to be. The kills in this definitely are more than the first. I was definitely expecting more, so you can kind of say I was a little underwhelmed about that, but the kills that we got in this were pretty dope. There was definitely some callbacks to Anakin Skywalker. That's all I'll give it. There's this character named Tommy. He is a very key character in this overall story, and I really like what they do with his character. Like I said, I really like how they build up this the mythology of this witch and how powerful she is and how hard it is to really stop her, because she has this whole army of slashers or killers at her disposal. And I'm wondering just how all this is going to come together, how they're going to be able to break this curse, or is this going to lead into something else? I really hope also that this kind of branches out to other stories, you know, down the line, and we don't just get these 3 movies, because I think there's a lot of interesting world building going on, starting with these 3 movies. Giving you a little thoughts of part 3, and just, that was the one thing that I was like questioning, like, how are they going to really tie this into the 3rd one, because it's such a different kind of tone and different time period from any of the other movies that we've seen thus far. So it's definitely going to be different in tone. I'm liking where they're going with this, and if my predictions are right about this, I really think that Dina has a connection some way, somehow, with the witch and just all these different characters. I don't know, man. It's really weird. Now it's kind of turning into something else, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together and what they got, and hopefully they don't fumble the ball but let me know your thoughts in the comments below and your feelings of this part 2. Who are some of your favorite characters? What were some of your favorite kills? Make sure to label spoiler just in case people haven't seen it, you know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts on part 3. Are you excited to see the finale of this next week? Will all our survivors make it out of alive, or are they all destined to all die and there's nothing they can do to stop this witch? Let me know how you guys feel about this. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.